Welcome back, friends and fans, to another edition of the Beer Peer Review here at the Craft on Tap show channel on YouTube. I'm Nick. What's up? You know, we do a lot of reviewing here, but today we're going to go and review Blue Moon, which, of course, we understand is not exactly a craft beer, but it did sort of set the tone for the craft beer movement, as they've been around since 1995. They're out of Golden, Colorado, and they are now owned by Molson Coors. So awesome. We don't, like I said, we don't usually endorse the big guys, but we do really appreciate and love the taste and flavors of Blue Moon. So we're gonna go ahead and sample some today. Obviously, you're here, but make sure you bring others to our channel. Send a telegraph, send an SOS, smoke signals. Do you have a carrier pigeon? Because that's effective. But we do want to increase our subscribership, our viewership. We want to talk more about beer. Talk with us. Also, I do want to thank Alicia out of Fort Myers, Florida, for writing us in about the new set that we're working with and saying that basically we're doing an okay job with it. If you notice, we've got some new things happening. How do you feel about it? Is it too small? Is it too big? Is it too cool? Not cool enough? We want to know. In the meantime, let's try some beer. I know it's the summer, or it's getting warmer and warmer, so we've got some amazing, great, and fantastic summer beers. Now, I've had Blue Moon, the original here, the Belgian White. I've had that at Coors Field, at the ballpark, while watching the White Sox play the Rockies. So I'll always have some nostalgia deep in my heart for that. We always want to encourage our viewership to drink responsibly. That means always drink with friends and don't drive. All right? So, thanks a lot for joining us today. Let's try out the Blue Moon. Blue Moon, you saw me drinking alone without a beer in my hand or a care in my heart. I would assume most of us have had Blue Moon, but if you haven't, it's a fantastic way to start your day or your day after work. Look, it's a Belgian White. It is obviously, look how beautiful that is. It's like orange colored. It almost looks like a soda. The head on this is very thin but bubbly and a lot of small, and it's gone already. The head retention is almost none. I do love this color though. It's almost honey colored. Right off the bat, you get the wheat, but you get some floral in there. You get a little bit of like some rind, some citrus rind, like maybe mandarin orange or maybe a Valencia, a Valencia orange or something. That's kind of what I'm getting at. It's really hot here and I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a shot. Man, that is sincerely one of my favorite beers ever. Crisp, smooth, just enough body to not make it like a super light beer. A lot of times they'll serve this with an orange, although traditional, like a Hefeweizen or whatever, would be served with a lemon. So Blue Moon kind of coined the whole, the orange thing, and I'll tell you what, it's pretty awesome when you have one. If you don't have one, you could substitute, let's say, some quince, or maybe some passion fruit, or you could just chop up watermelon and I'm kidding. So, as always, great beer, Belgian White. I just love it. It's very easy to drink. It doesn't have too much carbonation, but it's not boring by any means. Again, I could drink like 8 of these at the ballpark. When there's just that after essence of a little bit something floral, but this is seriously one of the most consistent beers. Cheers on that one. Next on the list is a mango wheat, okay? So look at this mango and drink wheat. I have actually had this before, I have to be honest, and I'm a huge fan. But let's go through it today and see what we think about it. Now, folks, our website is craftontapshow.com. Go there, and then from there, find more about us everywhere on the internet. So, on a quick side note, we've had an awesome article written up about us in our Albuquerque Journal newspaper by Adrian Gomez, who's a fantastic journalist. We just want to thank him, and also there will be a link to that on our website. Check it out. It goes into greater detail about our mission here, and it's a fantastic story. So we really do appreciate him for giving us that. Awesome. You're the best. Back to the beer, because that's why we're here. First thing I want to do again before we move on is cleanse the palate. The palate. And do palates with the pirates. What kind of coffee do you like? I'm a huge fan of whole bean dark roast. All right, so mango, wheat. Check this pour out. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, adversely to the last one, it's going to be a little lighter. It's going to have more of a yellow. very sharp, and the head again isn't very thick, but it's just lots of little bubbles, lots of stuff running around. As far as the smell and this, wow, right off the bat, it's just straight mango. I mean, there's a little bit of weed. I smell it like a little bit of the normal beer smells in there, but my nose goes right to the mango. It's a little sweet, definitely a little tropical. So far, I could just smell this beer all summer and be satisfied. Giving it a sip, that is friggity-tastic. It's just sweet enough that it's sweet, but it doesn't stay sweet for too long, and it's not syrupy or overly sugary or sweet. The mango is very prevalent in there. As it subsides, it kind of has the Belgian White, or it kind of feels a little bit like, like the original Blue Moon we tried, but absolutely not the same beer. I would actually say that this one is one of my favorite beers I've tried on this show so far, or in the process of making the show. I mean, it's just general, there's no bitterness, just a general amount of sweetness. Like I said, nice carbonation. It keeps working all the way down, but it doesn't really do anything over the top, which I kind of like that, but it really hits all the great notes perfectly. So cheers on this one. Honestly, this mango it's a fantastic find. I believe one of our PAs found it while wandering the aisles of Total Wine. So, Total Wine, thank you for being there for us. Okay, finally, we have something that I had never seen before, which is we're gonna have a blonde, but it's iced coffee blonde. Normally or traditionally, we think of like coffee type beers are gonna be porters, stouts, darker beers. Maybe because coffee's darker, I don't know, but it definitely tends to be the norm. Here today, we're about to open a Blue Moon iced coffee blonde, something that to me is a very new concept. So I'm very, very, very excited. Let's see what it looks like on the pour. Wow, see now this one has a lot of head. It's very thick, it's foamy. I mean, I could literally just, but I really love the look in there. Slightly colored yellow, lots of effervescence, lots of bubbles working. Not at all occluded or cloudy, not very hazy, but just a slight amount of, just a tinge of haze in there. And look at that head retention. I mean, look at all those bubbles. They're just sticking around, they're hanging out, they're paying rent, they're pretty much squatting in this land. So, I mean, whatever, bro, I'm gonna drink you anyway. I kind of skipped ahead because I like drinking, but I don't smell a lot of coffee, although I get a little hint of it in there. But as a blonde would go, I'm smelling some of the weed in there, something a little bit fruity. I don't know if it's hops or if it's the malt that they're using, but it has a nice sort of like a honeysuckle, just a subtle sweetness to it. Beyond that, this is one of the best coffee-related beers I've ever tried. It's super subtle. It has a lot of character right up front, and then it subsides, but it stays. It doesn't just leave. It doesn't just take off. Grab its hobo bag and hit the train. It sticks around for a while. As you can see, it's still lots of bubbles in there. Still has the head on around the the side of the glass. This is actually very refreshing for, again, what I know to be coffee-related type beers. Just a subtle amount of coffee in there, but it's, I would say, really crisp, really refreshing. All three of these beers are perfect summertime barbecue, hang out, chilling with the fam bam, having a good beer. Again, we don't consider Blue Moon maybe a craft beer on some levels, but I will say that they have a fantastic brewing method and that they have crafted some magic here. So, folks, my name is Nick, and your name? It's nice to meet you. I sure hope that you'll come back and see us again next week, where I may or may not be clothed. Most likely I will be, but you won't know until you check out the show. It's been so much fun seeing you and seeing this whole beautiful collaboration. Hit us up, Craft on Tap Show. I'm Nick, you're you, we're we. Peace in the Middle East, yo.